Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this paper cake and the paper stand. Alright, the first thing you do is rip out the sheet with the Project 4 tiered cake, and you are going to punch out what is on the sheet. There should be 3 different sizes of these cake pieces, and there's also 2 candles, but you're only going to use one, so you can pick which candle you would like. There are several different colors. Alright, now you are going to take your 3 layers. I'm going to take the smallest one first. And you're basically going to take all 3 of them and do this same exact thing that I'm doing on this smaller one. And you're just folding down all the fold lines. And these, including the tabs on the very ends. And then there's also tabs on the sides as well. Some of them have 2 tabs, so you're just going to have to make sure that these little triangle pieces that are on the ends are folded in. And then there's also a little die cut for where you're going to put the candle. So you're pretty much going to repeat this on the next 2 pieces. Alright, so I'm just going to apply some glue to all these side tabs. We're not applying any glue to the outer tabs because that's what's getting inserted into the layer of cake that goes below this. So we're just going to add a very small amount of glue. You really don't need much, especially on these small tabs. And we're just going to do that for every tab. Now I've applied glue to all 3 layers, and I've let them to dry. So now they're all dry. So now we just have to put them together. We are going to start with the top layer. This is the one that you should start with. It's much easier to try to put all these tabs in. And you can see there's die cuts all around this edge of the cake that match up with these tabs. So we are just going to insert them all in there. This takes a little bit of time to do this with some patience here. Now we have to insert the candle. So we're going to set that aside. We have a candle here. And I'm going to use this orange polka dot. And we are just going to curl the edges, kind of help it curve itself around, because we're actually going to roll this around like this and then glue it. So you just have to make sure that fits. Alright, and then I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue to the edge. And then let's roll it up again. And make sure that it does fit, which it does. And that's going to take a little bit to dry, but it's pretty much secure. And then you have your little candle flame that you also need to just kind of curl a little bit so you can fit it inside this little cylinder that you just created. And you are going to put it into your cake. Alright, now you have your treat stand, or cake stand, because this is what we're using for this. So you're just going to punch everything out. And again, this one has 2 sides. So there's color on both, and you can choose what side you'd like to face up. And this one comes with a base top and a base bottom. And it also comes with a leg A and a leg B. Okay, now you have all the pieces punched out. So you're gonna take the legs first. You can see that there is a die cut in the bottom of this one and the top of this one. These are actually they're gonna actually intersect like this. But first, before I do that, I'm going to fold the tabs on the top of both of them. And then I'm going to intersect them like this. Put that there. Now we're going to take the bottom piece. The bottom piece is the one, it's a little bit bigger, and it also has some die cut pieces in the center to match up with these tabs right here. So I'm going to I think I'm going to have the white side up. So I'm just going to place these little tabs, kind of like what you did on your cake. And these are just going to get inserted. And again, you can kind of help the tab on the other side by reaching over and grabbing it and pulling it through. And these I would recommend gluing, just because they're not quite as stable as the cake ones, probably because there aren't as many. So you don't need much glue, but let's just go ahead and apply glue to all of these. Alright, it looks like all of them are now glued now. Alright. Let's just make sure by looking at the bottom whether or not these tabs are all the way in. Looks like this one, it's a little work. Now it's in there. Alright. Now we're going to take this top layer and just kind of put it on. I'm going to just continue with this white side. And I'm just going to add a couple dots of glue. And then we're just going to match it up with the bottom layer. And then the last thing you need to do is just take this and fold this scalloped edge down. This just kind of makes a little fancy edge around the cake stand. So now you have your cake stand. And just place your cake on there. And there you go. That's your cake.